What is up, everybody? Happy New Year. We are back with the January draft class update. So I'm going to jump right into things immediately. If you want to know how to download my draft class, then just follow the instructions on the screen. Thank you, everybody, for 17,000 downloads and also for 1,300 subscribers here on YouTube. So if you guys are enjoying the content and want to support what I do, hitting that subscribe button is the best way to do it. So updates for this month, I've added 7 new players into the draft class. Those 7 players are Keaton Wagler from Illinois, Ryan Conwell from Louisville, Zuby Ejiofor from St. John's, Tyler Tanner from Vanderbilt, Malik Thomas from Arkansas, Henry Vasar from UNC, and Flory Badunga from Kansas. I also have a short list of players that I want to add next. I will probably be focusing on the top 3 because I've now hit 50 players in my draft class. So I think at this point, especially since we have another 3 months to go in the college basketball season, I'm going to focus on some other content versus adding a bunch more players. I'm going to focus on, streamlining and making things clean within the current set of players that I have. And now switching gears, let's talk about the players who are already in my draft class and the attribute changes I made to them. I did update every single player in my draft class, but I'm going to keep the focus of what I talk about today very short. So as usual, let's start with the big 3 of this draft class. And I'm going to start again with Darren Peterson. So he did finally return against UCF on Saturday. He had 23 points in the first half and overall looked pretty good in the minutes that he did play. I would say he's still the slight favorite to go number 1 overall, but that margin is starting to get a little bit slimmer. And that's mainly due to the play of AJ Dybantsa over the last month. You'll see how his November stats compared to his December stats that he's just recorded over the last month. He's really improved as a passer. I think he's looked really good. He had a triple-double in one of his games, and even outside of that, you'll see games where he's tallied 5 and 7 assists. He's also gotten to the free throw line at a much higher clip, which is something that I mentioned last month that I expected to be higher. He started out the year as being my player with the highest draw foul rating, and he is back up at the top now after a big month. I think one of the games he shot like 20 free throws in a game. It's like ridiculous. And I think he's just been more aggressive with his finishes. I've seen more dunks, more putbacks, which is something I didn't really see in that first month of games. And as a result, I removed that aerial wizard badge. And this month I've added it back because especially that Clemson game, he had a nice poster dunk. I think he's had a couple of really sick putbacks where I think he's actually earned getting that aerial wizard badge back. He's also been really good this last month at getting more steals, which is another thing that I called out last month. I mentioned his activity in generating deflections is something that I wanted to see a little bit more and that I saw in person that he's capable of doing. And he's actually made it come to life over the last month. He's been recording more steals, albeit all of these things that we've seen improve have been against some weak competition. So as we get into conference play over the next month, we'll see if AJ is able to sustain this level of statistical output. So all of this has led AJ to go up to an 81 overall, matching Cameron Boozer and Darren Peterson now for the highest overall rating in the draft class. And for Cameron Boozer, honestly, not a ton has changed from last month. His shooting cooled off just a little bit, but he's still pretty effective. His passing, honestly, has been a little bit better in terms of assist numbers. I think he had 9 assists in his last game, so he's been really solid there. Other than that, though, not really a ton has changed with him. He's still a super efficient, super effective player. I think he is tied for 3rd in the country in scoring. AJ is number 1 right now. And overall, he's still one of the best players in the country and in serious contention for the Wooden Award at the end of the year. The biggest riser this month is also a freshman, and that would be Darius Acuff Jr. from Arkansas. You'll see the biggest driver of that overall change is badges that I added for him, because honestly, last month, updating his attributes did a pretty good job, I think, of just representing what he's able to do on the court. But just to talk about him a little bit, he has been carrying the load for this Arkansas team. He has been clearly their go-to player, the guy who keeps things steady for this Arkansas team. He's been a really good shooter. He's been a playmaker and has really been the floor general for this Arkansas team. He's a walking paint touch. He's been finishing well. He's got a nice floater. I think I had that float game badge on him from the jump. But yeah, I think he's been a better shooter than I anticipated coming into the year. He's at 81 for his three-point shot, and that didn't go up this month. I think that's carried over from last month, but that's still very high. I think that's probably in the top 5 for this draft class. And I think the main thing is that he's proven just to be a team player and someone who can drive winning basketball. I think there were some questions about his play style coming into the year, and he's proven that, you know, he can play off the ball a little bit. They've run off ball screens for him, and he can drill a 3 off of that. His rim finishing has been good. That was a bit of a question mark. All of these things have added up to be a very solid guard prospect that a lot of people have in their top 10. So your biggest risers this month are Darius Acuff and AJ Dybantsa, who we just talked about. Christian Anderson is another player who's gone up by 1. His shot making has been amazing, and his playmaking has also been excellent. Check out his highlights against Duke if you haven't already. He helped lead that comeback to get them Duke's first loss. The biggest fallers this month are Nate Ament, Chris Senak, Kareem Lopez, and Dame Sarr. Nate Ament and Chris Senak have kind of fallen out of top 10 discussions at this point. Kareem Lopez, his shooting has kind of come back down to earth after he showed a huge improvement at the start of the season. And Dame Sarr, his assist numbers have been lackluster to say the least. Not too many badge updates that I want to talk through today, but I will quickly breeze through them. So Kingston Flemings, I gave him the Interceptor badge. He's one of the best steal generators in the draft class right now, so he has rightfully gotten that badge. Cameron Carr has High Flying Denier now. He's pretty good at getting chase down blocks with his athletic tools, mainly his wingspan and his vertical. Michael Brown, I gave him Versatile Visionary. I think even though his assist numbers aren't the best, he is still a very excellent passer, particularly off of the dribble, and even with his offhand, he's very good at delivering those passes. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on was just a rearranging of some of the rebounding badges. So Hannes Steinbach and JT Toppin both now have silver box out beast. And to be honest with you, Hannes Steinbach, I feel like is going to break my offensive rebound formula at some point. So he might be pushing gold, to be honest with you. He's probably going to be on the bubble for that if he crosses 90 offensive rebound, where he's at 89 right now. Cameron Boozer also has silver box out beast, and I dropped his rebound chaser from silver to bronze. So it was more of a rearranging than like a true demotion. If you made it this far, I appreciate your time and you checking out my draft class. If you guys are enjoying, again, please leave a like if you feel inclined. Also, I will be doing a part 2 because I want to talk through hot zones for the draft class. I'm going to be working on incorporating those over the course of probably this week, because it is a lot to kind of analyze and cover. So I think I'm going to do a separate video on that. So hopefully I will see you guys there, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.